the biggest story across sports, which is Michigan football, because there's no day without drama. And that's right, because Coach Jim Harbaugh the team found out just an hour and a half before the game that Jim Harbaugh would not be able to coach. So that means offensive coordinator Sherrone was acting as head coach for the Wolverines following that suspension. Now, third possession of the game is when Michigan finally started to go off. It's Blake Corum, the 3-yard score, as Michigan took the lead 7-3 and never looked back. Later in the second quarter, a little early snap handled though by J.J. McCarthy with ease, handed off to Donovan Edwards. The Wolverines score on back-to-back drives to lead 14-3. Now, the Nittany Lions did respond right before the half with just a little bit of trickery. On 4th and 1, it's Katron Allen floats one to quarterback Drew Aller to move the chains and keep the drive alive. And that continues this momentum then into Aller keeping it for himself and rushing in from an 11-yard score. So it's 14-9. Wolverines still ahead at the break. And in the second half, Michigan's offense just continued to ground and pound it. Very first play, it's Corum, 30 yards to the house, 227 total rushing yards on the day for the Maize and Blue, 145 from Blake Corum on 2 scores as Michigan wins 24-15 to remain undefeated despite the adversity faced over the last 24 hours. And with more, let's check in with Carly Ford from Happy Valley.
Just hours before kickoff, the Michigan Wolverines weren't sure if head coach Jim Harbaugh would be on the sidelines here at Happy Valley. Harbaugh filed a temporary restraining order against the Big Ten and their commissioner, Tony Petitti, in regards to the 3-game suspension. There was no hearing today, meaning that Harbaugh was banned from game day activities. Offensive coordinator Sherrone stepped in as acting head coach, leading the Wolverines to another victory, this time against a top 10 opponent.
Play for yourselves, play for the team, and play for Michigan. That's the constant message. We didn't make it about him. Just play for everybody that you've always played for. Think about this game as you're in the backyard with your boys, with your friends, and you're just going to go win. This was a tournament game for us, playoff game for us. So we knew we had to do whatever we needed to do to win. So it's been a crazy 24 hours, but at the same time, our team is built for this. Our staff is built for this, and we're all built for it.
Coach Moore is actually one of the most passionate, prideful human beings I've ever been around, and he just puts his absolute all into this football team, into, this offense. And, he's just, when someone gives it their all and we go out there and execute the way he wants us to, it's just, like a proud dad moment almost. And, that's what we love about him. He just coaches with so much passion, and he believes in every single one of us. And with that passion, it's a dangerous little mix.
Everything that went on yesterday, we're going to be battle tested. There's going to be adversity. We know that there's a target on our back right now, and we love that. We love it. And, just as players and the staff, just having a one-track mind and, just banding together as brothers. If the storm's coming, no, we are the storm. That's our mentality.
We didn't really have to say too much. Yesterday that was already enough fuel to the fire, and we know we wanted to go out there and just fight for Michigan, fight for each other and fight for Coach Harbaugh, and that's what we did. There wasn't much that had to be said because we knew what we had to do, and we handled business.
I saw this quote the other day on Instagram that said, the mindset you choose when adversity hits is the determining factor if you win or lose. And I feel like, with this outside adversity, this, team has this one-track mindset that, we've been developing for almost 2 years now, and especially this past off season. So, I just feel like, anything that comes at this team, we're going to be ready for it, and we're going to use it to our advantage.
The team that is surrounded by outside noise continues to block it out, even against the second largest crowd in Beaver Stadium history. An in-person hearing is scheduled for Friday, November 17th regarding Jim Harbaugh's temporary restraining order. We'll continue to follow those details throughout the week. But for now, reporting in University Park, Carly Ford, BCSN.